Hello, let me show you an RPG prototype that I have been developing using the new 2D Entities package that is in preview right now. It is lacking a lot. I had to implement my own bare bones solutions for physics, collision, UI, and animation. But as you can see, got a little character. You can walk around. The camera follows nice and smooth. You can come up here and on the top left, you can see I have 100 coins. I open it, it plays a sound, plays an animation, and gives me 10 more gold. That's the current state of my prototype, very early in the process. But let me show you some of the things I did to make this possible. For the camera, I've got a component in a system that sort of takes some inspiration from Cinemachine. So I have a dead zone, soft zone, and a damping value, and I can render those sections to test them out. Other than that, I've got my subscene where all my level is. I have my setup here that gets converted into entities, my text, my audio library, and text library. The text library is a brute force way of rendering text. Audio library is kind of somewhat following the samples in the tiny samples. I have my chest, which is going to reward me coins, 10 coins. A player, which has 2 cycles, idle and walk, with 8 different directions. And my map, which is called test, which is what's in the background. To start off with, I'm going to show you how I made the map. I used a tool called Tiled, created a scripted importer for it, which brings in the layers. I can then select which layer I want that to map to in the sorting layers, and it brings it in as a prefab, and I can then drop that prefab into a subscene, and I've got me a map. For the actual tiles, I'm creating them in Aseprite, where I have another scripted importer that allows me to say how many pixels per unit, what sorting layer I want the sprite to be on if I'm generating animations, and for the maps, I am not just want a PNG. Could actually make the PNG be the main import on the asset itself or under it, but the entities, when it tries to convert it to an entity, doesn't like that type of reference. So I put it in a folder with the same name as the imported asset, and it likes that way. I do the same thing for the characters, where I have an animation folder that has all the frames and the animation prefabs. Those are then what are dropped into this character authoring is the animation prefabs here. Then for the UI, I am also importing just a sprite image. Where I have all the letters and numbers on there, and that's where I'm kind of brute forcing it by adding them each to a mapping to the letters. Wasn't very fun dragging all those, but it works for prototyping. But yeah, that is basically how this is working. The physics. I'm testing for collision, and then I just have for prototyping, taking the center of what you collided with and getting the direction from that center to the center of the player and pushing that way to keep them from going through it. It's a little bouncy and slidey, but it works until they come out with their own. But I would love to hear what y'all think and any suggestions y'all think I can do to improve things. And the text, I have basic. I can align it to. I'm going off the screen, but I can align it to different parts of the screen. So if I want to do it towards, anchor to the bottom of the screen, I can do that. I can change the words here, but whatever I put here gets overridden by the wallet right now because I have this. And now I think that's it. Have a good day.